There are some memories that get easier with time. Then there are the ones that only become clearer. This happened 23 summers ago. I was 15 years old. Every June, my parents would send me to spend the school holidays with my grandparents in the small town of Millfield. It was the kind of town where nothing ever happened. Everyone knew each other. Kids rode bicycles until sunset. People never locked their front doors. It felt safe, or at least, that's what we believed. That summer, I became friends with 3 local kids, Noah, Emily, and Jake. We spent almost every day together, fishing in the creek, playing baseball, exploring the woods outside town. It was the best summer I'd ever had, until we found the cabin. Nobody in town talked about it. It stood deep in the forest, old, weathered, completely hidden by trees. The windows were boarded up. The front door hung slightly open. Jake wanted to go inside immediately. Emily thought it was a bad idea. Noah laughed and walked in first. The rest of us followed. Inside, the cabin was surprisingly clean. No furniture, no dust, just empty rooms. Except for one thing. In the middle of the living room sat an old cassette recorder. Brand new batteries were lying beside it. Jake pressed play. A man's voice filled the room. "If you're hearing this, leave." We all laughed. Someone was obviously trying to scare people away. The recording continued. "You have already stayed too long." Then it stopped. That was it. 30 seconds. Nothing else. Jake rewound it, pressed play again. This time, the message was different. "If you're hearing this, don't look outside." The room became silent. Nobody said a word, because none of us remembered changing the tape. Emily slowly turned toward the nearest window. Before I could stop her, she looked outside. Then she froze. "What?" Jake asked. She didn't answer. Her face had gone completely pale. I walked over. Outside, standing among the trees, was a man. He wasn't moving. He wasn't waving. He was just standing there, watching the cabin. He looked too far away to make out his face. Jake shouted through the broken window, "Hey!" The man didn't react, not even slightly. Noah suggested we leave. None of us argued. We hurried outside. The man was gone. There was nowhere he could have gone. The trees stretched for hundreds of meters in every direction. We searched for footprints. Nothing. We told ourselves it had just been a hunter, someone passing through the woods. By the next morning, we had almost convinced ourselves it never happened, until Noah disappeared. His parents reported him missing that evening. The entire town searched. Police, volunteers, search dogs, nothing. No sign of him, not a single clue. 3 days later, Jake suggested we return to the cabin. Maybe Noah had gone back there. Maybe he was hiding. We didn't want to, but we went anyway. The cabin looked exactly the same, except the cassette recorder was already playing. Nobody had touched it. The voice spoke calmly. "You came back." We stood frozen. "You left one behind." Emily started crying. Jake grabbed the recorder and smashed it against the floor. Plastic shattered everywhere. The voice stopped for a few seconds. Then, it continued. From somewhere upstairs. "You shouldn't have done that." We ran. None of us looked back. Police searched the cabin later that afternoon. There was no upstairs. The cabin only had 1 floor. They found no recorder, no broken plastic, nothing, just an empty building. A week later, they found Noah, walking alone along the highway nearly 60 miles from Millfield. He was alive, but something was wrong. He didn't recognize his parents. He didn't recognize us. Doctors said he had suffered severe memory loss. He never remembered that summer, or us. His family moved away shortly afterward. None of us ever saw him again. Life moved on. Emily became a teacher. Jake joined the military. I left Millfield after high school. We never spoke about that summer, not once, until last month. I received a package, no return address. Inside was an old cassette tape. Nothing else. No note. No explanation. Just the tape. I don't even own a cassette player anymore. So I visited an antique shop that still had one. The owner let me use it. I pressed play. At first, there was only static. Then a familiar voice. "If you're hearing this, it's been 23 years." My hands started shaking. The voice continued. "We're ready to give him back now." The tape clicked. Silence. I drove home without speaking to anyone. When I opened my front door, someone was sitting in my living room. A man, wearing the same clothes Noah had been wearing the day he disappeared. He looked exactly 15 years old. Not a day older. He slowly looked at me, smiled, and asked, "Why did you leave me there? I haven't slept since that night." Police searched my house. They found no one. No signs of forced entry. Nothing. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe grief finally caught up with me. But every summer since listening to that tape, I wake up to muddy footprints leading from my front door into the woods behind my house, and every year they get a little closer.